Midweek Minute. I'd like to share with us this morning from Matthew 5:48, which says, "Be perfect, therefore, as your Father is perfect." We live in an imperfect world. We are imperfect people. This really came to mind this week as I was trying to do some jobs around the house. I was trying to patch some paint, and I just cannot do a perfect job. I have to decide what is near enough. And I'm not alone in this. When we want a part made to fit perfectly, what we do is we set a tolerance, and the tolerance is very small. In other words, we get it as close to perfect as we can. When we buy software, the software, as you all know, is not perfect. At times it crashes. What happens is people make it as close as financially possible to being perfect. In everything we do, perfection is just that little bit out of reach. But this scripture tells us that we must be perfect. How do we do it? The answer is, on our own, we cannot, because we are not perfect people. We are people that are flawed, and we all fall short in one way or another. I can't even patch a little hole in a wall and get a perfect finish. There's always that little roughness, that little imperfection in what I do. In fact, the wall itself is imperfect. It's got imperfections in it. It's the way the world is. But this scripture, Matthew 5:48, tells us to be perfect. How do we do it? The answer is we can't do it by ourselves. When we are not good at something, we have to get help. I can't spell very well, but Margot's a good speller, so she helps me to get the words right. I can't be perfect, but Jesus can. So when you can't do something, you have to turn to somebody who can help you. Jesus can help me, because if we obey and follow him, we are covered and made perfect by his perfection. So, what's the first step? The first step is to humble yourself and admit that you have a problem and say, "Jesus, I will follow you. I need your perfection. I just cannot make it alone."